Hello and welcome to We Got a podcast about Dragon Ball from A to Z, from Earth to Namek to Sadala. We cover it all. My name is Doug.
And I'm Randy.
We're the world's strongest under the heavens duo, here every other week to talk your ear off about fights, goofs, and everything else in the Dragon Ball cosmos. Randy, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty great. I'm rested and relaxed. I had a long, chill vacation, 11 days off from work to just relax, play some video games, and still haven't beaten Persona 5 Royal, but you know what?
Oh gosh, that's a journey in and of itself. Yeah, I had a similar time frame off. Like it was a beautiful 8 days of just doing whatever I wanted to do, sleeping whatever time I wanted to sleep. Sometimes no sleep at all.
No sleep at all. Oh man, what are you, a college student? I'm too old for that.
Insomnia. Yeah, I can't. Sometimes I play. No, I remember playing Final Fantasy Crisis Core all night and never stopping.
Did you finish it?
I didn't finish it because I love that the missions in that game are just so fun. The side missions.
Oh,
that
yeah.
You can just boot up. Oh, man. I never touched that at all in the OG game, but in this one, I love it.
Yeah, man. I think it took me a week to get through that, but I played a lot of side missions, so then the rest of the story was very easy.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of slowing down on that aspect, but I just don't want it to end. I'm at the point now where it's going to get to the Final Fantasy VII story proper, that kind of that era, Nibelheim.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to end, so I'm just holding off on playing that a little bit.
Watch, come this April, our April Fool's episode is just going to be us talking about Crisis Core Reunion.
Dude, don't tempt me. I will.
I love it. I mean, I dig that a lot.
New podcast.
It's all about Crisis Core, this one old PSP game, and we can't get enough of it.
Other than that, how was your holiday?
It was really good. Also, I'm trademarking the title, Activating Combat Mode, the podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it could use some work.
Yeah, we'll workshop it. What was your question? I totally forgot.
You get anything good for Christmas?
Oh, yeah. I got money, which is great.
That's the best. I almost just decided to get my mom that. You know what, Mom? Here, just take some cash. Pay some bills.
Right.
Because if you just say that you want my happiness, you're never going to get that. So just give me some monetary value I can give you.
I just pumped it all into Steam, so I have a lot of games to play.
Oh,
Let's see here. What did I pick up? Let me just go through my list real quick.
Please.
Trombone Champ.
Ooh, nice.
No More Heroes 3.
Heard of that.
Demon Slayer.
Definitely heard of that. A game?
Yeah, it's by the same people that made Kakarot and
but it's just called Demon Slayer, not the burden of Ghost Past.
Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles.
That was my second guess.
Yeah. We Are OFK, which is I don't know, it's like an indie game about an indie band getting started.
How far are you going to get in these games? You just buy them and never going to play them? Or
We Are OFK is short. I did get Red Dead Redemption 2, and I probably will never actually sit down to play that, but hopefully one day.
Hey, it's there. Yeah, no, I mean, you of all people I get, that they totally would play the game. You would play the game. Yeah. That you buy. You make time for it.
Well, you think that.
And then you complain to me on the podcast that you have no time. But somehow you beat 20 games in a week.
Ghostwire Tokyo, Doom Eternal. Oh boy, these ones are problematic. I bought Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human.
The David Cage series.
The David Cage Rage Cage. Lonesome Village, which is I don't know, it's a cute little game about running a village and fighting some things. Signalis, which is a PS1 style survival horror game. Donut County, Persona 5 Strikers for when I finally beat Persona 5.
Donuts.
Mass Effect Legendary Edition, so I can actually finish and play 3, because I started 3, and then that was 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that was free on PlayStation Plus probably this month, currently January.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tunic, because I
heard that was finally
good. Yeah. Vampire Survivors, because everybody's talking about it.
That was really good, yeah.
Yeah, and then also apparently a game that came out late in the year that people are low-key my favorite game of the year. It's a Super Nintendo style JRPG called Chained Echoes.
Yes, the one where you play different eras of either Japan or China.
I don't know. Well,
you don't know, you just bought it?
That's Live Alive.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's the one.
Chained Echoes is it's an indie. It's not a big game released by
okay.
a big publisher. So
yeah, I was looking through like a list of like good games this past year, and Live Alive was on there. I'm like, yeah, I'll give that a shot. It looks pretty cool,
right?
Because it has a demo, and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Yeah, you know what I bought on Steam?
You bought something else besides Breakers?
Yes, one other game. It's my list is Breakers and Wallpaper Engine.
Hey, I'm rocking Wallpaper Engine too.
Yeah, I don't know how to search for stuff yet, so I'm still like messing with it. But I did when I first downloaded it. I downloaded it because there's like this awesome Bulbasaur wallpaper that someone made, where it's just like him walking around like a little pet on your screen, and it is perfect, and I love it.
I'll send you some because I got a couple. One of my favorites is it's Lugia, but it's just like flying through or swimming through the water, and it's like 8-bit. Also, my other favorite is one that's Goku riding the Kinto-un in front of a full moon, and it's animated and it looks great.
Yes, please. I followed this guy, and he has like his creator, like his playlist or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know how to search for creator playlist on there. I'm like clicking all these buttons and nothing's popping up. But yeah, I'll figure that out later. Thank you.
I'll hook you up.
Anyway.
We should get on to what we're actually talking about.
Yeah, we ramble for 3 hours and then like, oh yeah, Dragon Ball.
Right, yeah. So I'm gonna front load this with a whole bunch of stuff before we actually get talking about. Okay, cool. So this episode, we're going to be talking about AB Group's French Dragon Ball Blu-ray release. Now, this thing recently came out, actually just shortly after our last episode that came out. Came out in France November 30th, 2022. This new release features an impressive AI upscale of the Dragon Box video that preserves detail and produces a crisp image. Now, I'm going to throw out some stuff on like what all that breaks down to.
Go ahead, nerd.
Yeah, I will. This information is all courtesy of friend of the show, Anime AJ. Rewatched his video on YouTube where he breaks down everything, which is what pushed me to pull the trigger and actually buy this thing. So go check out his video. Super, super great. Lots of, visual stuff, which is good because it's a visual thing, but this is an audio podcast.
He explains it very well, so yeah.
Yeah. So, using AI upscaling, this release takes standard definition footage and brings it up to high definition. This makes everything sharper and clearer, though it's not without its trade-offs, like fine details sometimes not being stable, some color bleed where it shouldn't be, and small artifacts around things like on-screen text. The team has also gone into color correct the footage, so whites such as eyes are now properly white without a green, yellow, or pink tint.
Shocker.
Colors are hue shifted to be color corrected to the original production for the most part, rather than keeping the color cast resulting from the degradation of the film over time. As this production was done in the span of 2 months, it's not perfect, and some scenes aren't perfect, but are considerably improved over prior releases.
2 months? They did this in Funimation had 30 years, and they couldn't shit out a product even close to this quality. Whatever, go on, I'm sorry.
Oh man, tell us how you really feel. As the source footage was likely the Dragon Box DVD video and not film masters or even the master files prior to video compression used in producing the Dragon Box, line detail and dark colors can be muddy or disappear altogether.
God, imagine if like people actually cared about the product they had, if Toei cared about reserving Dragon Ball at all.
God, can you imagine? Man, that'd be wild.
Man.
Who actually does care? Well, the French, apparently.
Yeah.
All that sounds like it looks good, but does it sound good? And oh boy, do I have some good news on that front.
Tell me, baby.
So, surprisingly, this release uses the broadcast audio that was archived and digitized by fans. And that's just another aside, quick history lesson. Toei did not save the original audio masters for the show, and thus all releases have used the low-quality optical audio that is part of the film masters that they do have, which is of much lower quality. Mm-hmm. The original TV broadcasts in the 1980s were broadcast with the higher quality audio as the show was airing, and fans taped these broadcasts and then digitized them to preserve the high quality audio, and then they all collaborated to get it all collected and cleaned up.
God bless them.
Right? Funnily enough, this broadcast audio was even given to Chris Sabat at Funimation a few years ago, where he hoped to use it on future releases, and sadly, Toei was not on board, probably because they wrote it off as pirated material, so it went nowhere.
Jesus. Did they give like Chris Sabat like a thumb drive or like a CD-ROM? Or what? What do you mean?
Well, I would
it's
assume
digital.
I would assume it's a hard drive, which is like, here's all the stuff.
Okay.
So this is actually the first official release to utilize the superior audio. And
which is kind of big, like wow, thank you. The French are listening. They're like, oh, we actually care about this product. Let's use the best thing out there.
Right. The thing that kind of makes me wonder is like, did they just not ask, like, hey, Funimation, or hey, Toei, is this okay? Or they were just like, here's the files, what do you think? And they're like, yeah, it sounds fine. Cool.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise you if they just put it, yeah, it sounds great. It sounds weird that it sounds a little better than I'm used to, but no, I guess you just good at audio cleaning up. Like, nope, bitch, these are the broadcast audio.
I'm assuming it's just some dude who does not know of what it originally sounds like. He's just working there for the summer. He's like, yeah, let me take, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. So,
sounds about right.
So long as you're not like, hey, this is this thing we got, let me explain. And they're like, no.
This is the Dragon Ball Z abridged audio over this.
That would be wild. But yeah, man, it's very clear, like, they went all out.
Above and beyond.
Yeah, like, there's been other home releases that did an AI upscale. Selectavision in Spain actually put one out shortly before this. I want to say, I can't remember if it was in 2022 or not, but they did their AI upscale, and whoo boy, does it look bad. Like, things are smeary, and like,
I heard, like, I didn't hear much about it, but the things, I think I wrote it off immediately. I'm like, okay, this is not anything I need to research out and get. But this one, I'm like really considering getting.
Yeah, actually, that's why they did it in 2 months for France, because the original plan was to, well, we don't have to do the extra work. We'll just use the Selectavision audio. And the fine people at AB Group were like, yeah, it's bad, so let's just do it ourselves.
Man, I wish there was like behind the scenes of like the whole production of this, 'cause that'd be amazing.
Seriously, like, there's no like documentary on like how this was done, and I desperately would love
like
to see
no
that.
other production of this show deserves a behind the scenes more than this. Like, who cares about Funimation making it 16:9, all that behind the scenes bullshit? No, I want to see the French, how they did it right.
Right? Show me, like, here's what we first tried when we ran it through our upsampler, and it's like, well, it looks bad, so let's refine this, let's change these parameters, and hey, look, we've actually got a functioning product.
So how's the packaging look? I don't have it yet, but you do.
Yeah, I got it. So it's like it's a pretty flimsy outer, just like slip cover.
Okay, so it's not like, a solid Dragon Box type case.
No, and then it's just a couple of like fold out digipack cases that have like 3 discs in it. There's a small booklet that comes with it that runs through like what each episode number is and synopses and things like that.
So will it look good on my shelf is what I'm getting at.
I mean, I think it would look pretty good on your shelf. It's a competent, simple design. Looks fine. Does the job. And it's fine. My only problem was
all it's going to do is just sit on the shelf anyway, because I can't play it on. I don't have a French Blu-ray DVD player.
True. I mean, the nice thing is that region-free Blu-ray players are decently cheap. I suppose, if this is a thing you want.
Yeah, if you really need it.
Yeah, I picked one up a few years ago for about $100, and it's really nice because specifically Aniplex puts out Blu-ray sets here in the US, and they're like, would you like to buy a 13 episode set of this anime? Yeah, I would. Cool. It's gonna be like $140. Like, what?
Oh my god.
And they're like, yeah, that's what it is. But then they will have a release in the UK, with the English subtitles and usually the dub and stuff too. And it's like, do you want this 26 episode box? Wow, 2 boxes? That's got to be like $300, right? And they're like, no, $30. Okay. Like, I got a really nice set of Gurren Lagann with everything, and it looks incredible for $30, and that's not even on sale.
Happening over there in that side of the world, but man, they're doing things right.
Right. So Europe, you know what's going on. So if you want to pick up a region-free Blu-ray player, pick this up. It's going to look great. You're not going to have English subtitles because obviously it's a French product for a French market, right? And they don't got any interest in that.
But if anything, like, I think my main purpose is to just show support. Like, they deserve the money that they're charging for this. Like, they definitely, they're the ones that did it right. Nothing else on my shelf makes this set look good. We should start talking about the episode then, I guess.
Yeah. So in order to really experience it, we sat down and we watched an episode. I just arbitrarily picked Dragon Ball episode 64, which is the end of Tao Pai Pai.
Yes. It is, having climbed Karin Tower, Tao Pai Pai tries to get the super holy water by threatening Karin. However, Karin successfully tricks Tao Pai Pai and sends him back to the surface. After descending back to the Holy Land, Tao Pai Pai unleashes a violent attack, but Goku is unharmed. Tao Pai Pai turns pale and uses a bomb, but Goku kicks it back to Tao Pai Pai and ends up blowing himself away. After gathering the 4 Dragon Balls, Goku flies off to the Ribbon Army to cause chaos.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah.
I just randomly picked this one because I'm like, there's a good fight at the end, and I forgot that there's a lot of filler and whatever build up to
surprising
this.
the amount of like it's only like one minute of pure goodness, but because of the animators doing the whole episode, even the filler parts look amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was, just nice to boot this up and take a look like, all right, let's see what it looks like, especially to you and I who've kind of lived through so many different home releases of the show to see what it looks like. And
I've stopped giving Funimation my money because of how I'm done. I had the Dragon boxes from like 15 years ago. I'm good.
Right. It's kind of the only, I don't know, super good one. Everything else of that has not been super great. The blue bricks and the green bricks for Dragon Ball and GT, I think are okay, but especially the GT release, because there's not really a lot you could do with that, and it's
the thing about this new French Blu-ray set is that I'm so used to just seeing Dragon Ball not look great that's just normal to me. So when we first booted this episode up, I was blown away. Like feels weird, doesn't it?
It does. It feels super weird to see this show that looks like there was care put into it, and it's not just a slapdash thing, and it's the colors degraded and everything kind of looks off.
Like it just feels like it. Like when I watched it from prior sets, the blue bricks, they just look like, oh, this is from the 80s, obviously. Then you watch this and you're like, this came out in the 80s. This everything looks so crisp and beautiful.
Yeah, it's super impressive, and what's to me, it still just blows my mind that this is done via AI upscaling, because I'm not sure if you've ever worked with that at all yourself. I work as a graphic designer. And
only every other Sunday.
Yeah. I work as a graphic designer, and people have, things they need made, and they'll send me materials, and they're like, here's this photo I need, and it's going to be this big. And I'm like, well, you sent me a photo, and it's only like 2 inches by 2 inches, and you want this thing to be like 4 feet.
Like crap, yeah.
Yeah, so I use Gigapixel Topaz AI, and it does a halfway decent job, at least enough for clients to be like, yeah, that looks great. Like, yeah,
right.
I mean, it's got its problems. They won't
notice. Yeah.
It's certainly, if you've got semi-decent stuff that you can pump into it, you can get some semi-decent stuff out, but that's kind of... It's kind of tough with video.
It's not a manual type deal is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we didn't scan the film masters. This is literally taking, presumably, the same video that is on your Dragon Box DVDs, compression and all, and running it through whatever tools they're using and preserving all that detail and not smearing it to hell and back.
So you're basically polishing a turd, but then realizing, oh, it's a Snickers bar, so it just looks amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Using computers to make that turd a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
That's horrible. And I'm no longer hungry for food for the rest of my life.
Well, like with Goku's shoes, like at one scene, it's like white. So I mean, they didn't go and fix things like that.
That wasn't me pointing out that there's a AI upscale issue. That was the animators forgot to color these shoes right.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like but they didn't go like the French makers of this set. They didn't go and like fix things like remove lines or anything like that. They did the AI upscaling, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, there was no like other touch ups other than scaling it up, white balancing, and doing hue shifts to color correct things to be more
which
correct
like
to
you
the
read it
original
off from
production.
like some downsides of this set, and like honestly for a regular viewer, you don't really notice them, not that much, unless you're like a super videophile. Like you're not gonna like notice it. You're just gonna like just say this looks amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're just watching it and you don't know like super nitpicky things to look for, I mean, look, the reason those nitpicks exist is just to be like, products can be better. So if you want to take this feedback and make it better, cool. But otherwise, like, I'm super happy with this. Like, it looks great.
The upsides definitely outweigh the downsides by a mile.
Yeah, I mean, this by all means isn't perfect, but this is still leagues better than what we've had before. So, like, I can't complain with that. That's good.
Yeah, and you were telling me like, oh, I can like send you the files over so you can use it for like AMVs and stuff. I'm not gonna use it for AMVs because then when I combine it with Dragon Ball Z footage, it's not gonna look that good at all. It's just gonna look so off-putting. There's no way.
It's gonna be very stark. Well, I mean, give it some time. They'll get the rest of everything else out.
I naive child.
I know. I shouldn't let hope enter my heart when it comes to Dragon Ball releases.
What's wrong with... We live in America. What are you talking about hope for?
It doesn't have to just be America. You could be in Japan and get green Blu-rays. That's fine.
Yeah, what the hell? Whatever. Fucking... You see why we're so like pessimistic as Dragon Ball fans? It's just like we get the short end of the stick all the time.
And that's why it's so nice to have this surprise of like, look, it's good.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, this is a blessing. It truly is.
It absolutely is. And, it's been said before, but like, if you want to see something like this, like, make some noise. Currently, Dragon Ball is put out here in North America by Crunchyroll. Yell at them, let them know, like, hey man, this French release, this is where it's at. It looks good, it sounds great. Give us this, I'll pay you money. Like, I want it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like Crunchyroll acquiring Funimation, like that's a big deal, right? It's not like Funimation is changing their name to, like, it's not the same people, right? Like, now a new company has Dragon Ball, is what I'm saying, so that they'll maybe make a better set.
The thing is, I don't know exactly how all those decisions are going to trickle down. I don't know what people are still in their positions, because Crunchyroll already has a distribution arm, so like, you don't need two people doing the same job. So obviously there's going to be downsizing, which is not great, and I'm not a fan of the whole acquisition merger and all that, because
I am. If you give me better Dragon Ball footage, I don't care who gets fired, who loses Christmas presents. Give me Dragon Ball good quality.
Wow. I mean, I don't want to be that person, but I also kind of agree. Feels bad to say that.
I'll say it, Randy. God dang it.
So I mean, we'll see. I don't know who's still making those calls.
They have 30 years to make a good release, and they haven't. So fuck them. Get out of here.
It's a big bummer. Like their 30th anniversary Blu-ray, like, that sucked. Especially when they had that blog post. It's like, look, here's what we were working with, and this is how much better we made it. And everybody was like, it looked better before you touched it.
Yeah. What the hell?
So make some noise at them. I know that AJ had done the same thing in his video. Tweet at them, use the hashtag Dragon Ball we, DB OUI.
Sure, that's gonna be easy to remember and type out. But yeah, just message Crunchyroll or something, because especially now we're gonna be releasing this episode a few months after the whole hype has been there. So maybe now, like, oh, people are still talking about this set. You know what I mean?
Right. It wasn't just a flash in the pan. People remember. They want the good stuff.
This is the good stuff, and we need more.
And the other wild thing is, this first set contains 68 episodes. So it's from the beginning of Dragon Ball all the way through the end of the Red Ribbon Army arc.
Right.
And let's talk about pricing for that. So 68 episodes. Do you know how much this set was?
It was like around $80 French. In French doubloons or whatever?
In French doubloons. Yeah, it was something like 70-something euros, which then came out to be like $80, or it's like 85 with shipping or whatever. So it's like, man, that's only a little more than $1 an episode. Like,
exactly.
That's wild for all the work they put into this.
And I think it's I don't know if it's currently on sale still, but it was on sale when I started looking at it, like for $20 off or something. So yeah, there's no better time to get that before prices go up or it goes out of stock or whatever.
Crunchyroll, listen, I know you're listening to this show. You do every episode, and I appreciate that. Put this out, same quality, same video, same audio, and same price. I want to buy 2 box sets for that.
You could charge double. You hear me, Crunchyroll? You could charge double.
Don't
and I will
tell them that.
No, I will buy it twice. God dang it. Just give us this set in crystal. This is all I wanted for so many years.
Right?
Man, just give me the whole set, please.
I don't want to tell them they could charge more, because they will, and I will also buy it, even though I've got the French set sitting here on my shelf.
Right. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I just want it. I want it on my shelf to look nice and be like, look, I can pull it out and watch it whenever I need to.
Right? Man, that's the dream. So hopefully keep the dream alive. I know it's tough if you've been around the block as long as us, and you just get kicked while you're down.
And if you're in France, you're lucky. You have no complaints. You got it already. You have it. You don't need a different region player DVD. You have it.
Nope, you got it. You got that with French subtitles. You are set to go.
Yeah, I'm moving to France.
If you live in Quebec, Canada, you speak French, you're good.
Yeah.
I assume there's differences between French, Canadian French, and French.
Well, that would assume it makes you an asshole, so don't do that.
That's true. I don't know. I'm just a dumb American boy.
That's the new song cover.
Dumb American boy. It's different from American Idiot. Do you have any closing thoughts on this set, Doug, that you want to get out there?
I just want to say, like, if you have any reserves about getting this or not, even I did, just because I'm like, I don't feel like spending $80 on this, but it's definitely worth having in your collection, just to support them too.
Yeah, I think the support thing is a big thing, to be like, hey, look, I see what you're doing. I appreciate that. I've chosen you to be the one to receive my money for this set. So
yeah, I'm sure you've seen clips online of the footage, and yeah, it does look that good, and put it onto your TV, and it just looks immaculate.
Yeah, I will say again, shout out to Anime AJ. Check out his video on it on YouTube. you can see some side-by-side comparisons. He breaks everything down way better than I could. So definitely give that
You mean we're not going to talk like frame by frame about each frame that we love and how amazing it looks?
Oh, yeah, we could do that next. So we're doing that after the break.
Yeah, because we're in audio form, so we have to explain everything.
Yeah. So frame 1, and we'll do that right after this break. All right, so we open on the sun in space, and there's flames jumping. That's the opening.
That's the opening.
Yeah, we're going to do it. I said we're going to start from frame 1.
I'm here to listen.
Space. Just kidding. We're going to do tweets. We're going to do tweets from people about this.
I don't have 3 hours, Randy. Let's wrap this up.
Okay, let's do it. So I had put out a tweet after I got this set asking people to shoot us questions about it. And we're going to get to it. So first up, Ashley Danoa, I feel really bad about this. They ask, any cool special features on this set? And I was like, I'm going to check that out. And that was a month ago, and I forgot. So
holidays happen for you, huh?
Yeah. If I don't see anything specifically on like the disc that's like says anything about special features, when I was ripping them, I think the only other video files on there were like trailers for other things. So
right.
I don't.
And I guess you would have heard buzz about other stuff prior to that. But it's so weird that you're like that. But that's the first thing I would check when I pop in a DVD or something, is to check the special features and be like, "Ooh, anything cool on here?"
Interesting. No, I popped it in because I'm like, I want to see unmolested footage and audio. Just let me put in episode 1. That's the word you want
to use, but sure.
It's the one I want to use. It's the one I chose, and that's the one I'm going to live with till the day I die.
Hey, I guess that's better than the not unmolested part of it.
I suppose.
Is that what you're going to call like the Funimation sets now? They're molested footage.
Molested sets. Yeah,
molested sets. No.
They were touched inappropriately, and we know who to blame, and they should be in jail.
So yes, I don't think there's any special features on there. Nothing to write home about. At least
nothing to drop the ball.
Nothing to write to America from France about.
No, sorry, Ashley. I feel bad about that. If I take a look, I will get back to you.
Yeah. Let us know. So Omega Rockman, he writes, when watching in Japanese, are the French subtitles forced? I noticed that with the most recent US One Piece releases, either way, I'd be willing to live with it just to hear the broadcast audio on an official release. And we should say that... Oh, no, go ahead, Randy, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Well, no, I'm just saying that you and I watched this episode before recording the podcast. You were listening to it with your subtitles that you personally made on that particular episode, and I was just watching it without subtitles at all. And still, the enjoyment of it, like you said, Omega Rock Band, is just enjoyable just to watch the series and listen to it.
In regards to the question of are they forced subtitles, so they are not hard subbed to the video, so it's not part of the video, but I believe that when you're watching it on the Blu-ray, if you were watching it in Japanese, that it automatically has the subtitles on and you can't disable them. I didn't personally go in and take a look at that, but I saw somebody else post about it in Discord that is how it behaves.
But again, that's if you have a region-free player that you're using to watch it, but in reality, you're really just going to rip the footage if you're going to watch it, aren't you?
I mean, that would be the way I would think to do it. And if you want to help me put some subtitles on these, that'd be great, because I don't want to do this 68 times.
No one else is working on that right now, or not in the same quality as you are.
Well, all I'm doing is I'm taking the Steve Simmons subtitles from the Blue Bricks that have been touched up by somebody else for a different release, and I'm retiming them so that way it works.
Just you can slap your name on the credits at the end.
Oh, I'm not doing that. I don't care. They put in the hard work.
Fuck you, Hank. Get out of here.
I know what you did at Dragon Con last year. Footlong Shoe says, as an owner of this set, I'm a very picky and particular person about having accurate/natural footage, but I cannot deny that these episodes look better than ever. It's great to have a taste of what HD Dragon Ball could be, and with more time, I hope later sets can look even better. Man, I totally agree.
Couldn't agree more.
This looks so good, and you can only go up from here with the process they're doing. Given more time than 2 months, man, I can imagine that set 2 will look even better.
I used to scoff at the words like Dragon Ball in HD, but now now it's like a reality. Like this is what it should be. This is Dragon Ball the way it was meant to be seen. Was the Dragon Ball GT thing they were saying? You think you know GT?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you do, because our quality still sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the fan subs we had back in the day, but like, you had to
For
put up with
sure.
other jank. Yeah, man, if the only way you've been watching Dragon Ball is going to YouTube and watching Dragon Ball Z 4K 60 frames per second. God, I'm so sorry for what you're living through. Like, that's not what the show looks like. It's wrong. And like, this is kind of the best you can get. So
Yeah.
if you care about the presentation of the show, this is kind of, for now, the best way to go with it.
If you listen this far, I'm sure you're already checking up online to see where you can buy it, and you definitely should.
Yeah,
You're already so close. Just click it. Come on,
Yeah,
Jimothy. I know you're listening. Go ahead and just buy it. Click that link.
Jimothy, you're going to want to go to amazon.fr and use your browser to just translate that there French speak into English.
I think if you
and
already
it's
have
pretty
an
easy.
Amazon account in America, it's the same account in French. Is that correct?
I had to set up some more additional information, but I believe I just had to use the same login and everything.
Right, same login or anything. Yeah, you just have to. Yeah, so it's fairly simple to do.
Yeah, extremely easy.
I don't think shipping is like double the cost or anything like that, like you'd expect, right? It's moderately fair. It's not free, no matter if you have Prime or not.
Yeah, so let me take a look. Let me grab my receipt here that says when I got it and tell you exactly how much we're looking at here. So the set was $81 converted to USD, and
MSRP.
I think sure. But I think I think shipping might have been free because it was so much more.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think when I was looking at it
here
to buy it, it was like $20, which is totally reasonable.
Yeah, it's since gotten cheaper, down to like €54. And I think when I originally got it, it was €76. So yeah, it's like €20 cheaper.
Nice. Yeah, it's definitely easy to get. Just get it.
Just hop on over.
Take a picture, tweet at it to Crunchyroll, be like, "Hey, you're missing my money. This money could have been yours." That's
all the tweets that I got there. But I have, of course, Doug, your favorite. It's trivia time.
Trivia time.
So this is gonna be.
I don't speak French, so
don't worry. Not French related.
Okay, thank goodness.
So here you go. Are you ready? There's only 2 questions. So
let's go.
Okay. Chikao Otsuka, the Japanese voice actor for Tao Pai Pai, also played the main villain in what prolific video game franchise made by Sega?
Oh, that is Yakuza 0XD.
5 Ds?
Yeah, 5Ds.
Yeah.
But what's the other one that he played that you meant? What's the one that you're talking about?
The one that I meant. Well,
yeah. Mine's the underground for you. I know you don't get that reference.
It is. It's not the one that I get. So you sure you don't want to take another
There's
poke at
no
a
way.
Sega franchise?
It's Sonic.
The villain?
He's Dr. Eggman, right?
You're right. Boom, you got it.
Wait, are you kidding?
No, he also plays
Dr.
that was
Eggman 100% a joke answer that I did not expect to believe to be accurate.
No, Chikao Otsuka also plays Dr. Eggman. I mean, at least until 2015, sadly, when he passed, which is a bummer.
I totally knew that, and that was my real answer.
He also played Master Xehanort in Kingdom Hearts.
All right, you're losing me, nerd. Move on to the next question.
Okay, all right. Tao Pai Pai is the first professional assassin to be hired to kill Goku. Who was the second assassin that was hired to kill Goku?
Oh, was it hit?
Yeah, it was.
God, you're like throwing super at me, like.
And you nailed it.
Like assassin. I just connected the word assassin to Dragon Ball. Like, what's assassin in Dragon Ball? Oh, we're going way far back in the future.
Well, I'm glad you didn't trip up, because you could have been like, I don't know, some fucker in Dragon Ball filler.
I started imagining like OG Dragon Ball stuff, like some like a bear in a cave or whatever.
Yeah. No. You got it. You were 2 for 2. This is the first time I think in podcast history you've gotten every single one.
Me. I'm gonna get all the trivia questions right. You watch out.
Trivia Master Doug 2023. Look
and
out. He's gonna get you.
5 episodes right in a row, Randy buys me dinner.
It's true. I will. Actually, if you come visit, I'll buy you dinner.
Ooh.
I still got to get dates. From our buddy who's going to come visit. That way we can all have a Dragon Ball hangout.
I would love that.
So thanks for listening. We love interacting with you and keeping you in the conversation, talking about our favorite franchise in the world. You can tweet at us. You can email us. We make it easy at We Got a Pod on Twitter and wegotapod@gmail.com.
Thank you to Rifti Beats for letting us use this track, Kakarot theme, hip hop trap remix. Are we ever going to use a different song, or is that just the one?
Why would we change? That's our jam.
I don't know. Just like in the title, it's a remix, but you can find that jam and other great tracks by Rifti on his SoundCloud. Did you put in the word jam there so I would read? You can find that jam. Damn you, Randy. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Thank you for the kakaku. What is that Japanese word you have on there?
Thanks for the zenny.
Thanks for the zenny. Love it. I need that zenny to buy the dragon set. And Randy, where can people find you?
You can find me at Saber_Breaker on Twitter or at SaberBreaker on Hive Social.
And you can find me at Jabaz Doug. If you like our dumb little show, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to help out even more, write a review or tell your fellow Dragon Ball fans about us. We'll catch you next time.
Later. Got that clap.
It's like I forget how to clap all of a sudden. Like my motor senses are like,
Yeah,
what are you
I had
trying to
that
do?
too.
You want your hands to
Also,
reach to
I
touch
would
each
like to
other?
Also, I'd like to strike from the record me saying, got that clap, because sounds like I have a venereal disease.
When you run for
I'll put that
office,
at the end of the
it's gonna
episode.
come back to bite you.
Oh no, I'm getting bitten by
Randy's
the
got
clap.
the clap.
By
He's
the
got
clap.
the clap.
By
He's
the
got
clap.
the clap.
By